Yeah, mama. Hey gang, thanks for joining me for another video. This video will be the worst yet. All jokes aside. Yeah, so Super 7. If you're up on the politics of Super 7, which is, from what I hear, horrid. These are popping up everywhere on clearance, but they look amazing. So I took my pick of the litter and wanted to take a look at a couple of these. One's Black Falcon and the other's a Robot Reaper. The art looked really cool online when I bought them. The packaging looks great. It's really painful for me to want to open them, but the figures are amazing. Even though Super 7's going through it. I want to appreciate what art they've made. So we got the Black Falcon, Undead Warlord of Doom, Robot Reaper, Robotic Harbinger of Death. Hey, these are classics in the making, and I can't wait to open these for you guys right now. Okay, let's start with the Black Falcon. I know, I love this, like, the packaging is really thoughtful. It's very suspenseful. This is a plain cardboard box, and here we go. Look at that, double. Like, you don't want to open this, right? Look at that. So there's the Black Falcon. And what's cool about this is this is their IP, I believe. I don't think there's any stories or IP that is intellectual property that they source from, which I respect too. If you know your toy history, that's kind of how He-Man was. They had toys, they made lore around them. Look at this. Like, who would want to open these, right? The worst. All right, let's see. This plastic. Kind of want to keep it as mint as possible. It's the collector in me. I apologize. I should just rip right through these. Get my blade here. So yeah, touching on what Super 7 was going through, they did a lot of. They have a lot of licenses, and they were making them in their style. The action figures, and I guess that came to a head, and it's just distribution was horrible and all that, you know, the normal stuff when it comes to collecting action figures and collectibles like this. Oh, I like this. Nice messaging here. Let's see, where is it? No racism, no sexism, no homophobia. I love that. All right, let's take a look at Grim Reaper, and you'll see why I jumped at the chance of grabbing these guys. Holy crap. Who wants to open these? I don't. I just want to look at them. Look at that. Got cloth goods. He's the robot Grim Reaper. Look at all that good stuff in there. And Black Falcon. Let's do the same treatment here. Just got some of the tape. But yeah, I think they're going through some restructuring, the company, if you read up on them. I hope they make it, because they do show their passion. I just feel bad that, you know, during this time, it's like the best and worst time to be, the worst time to be a toy aficionado collector. But I tell you what, my other passion is wine, and I can't afford that either, so it is what it is. Let's see. All right, here we go, Black Falcon. Whoa. Wow. I mean, would you want to open these? I don't know. These are gorgeous. So even if, you know, they are, they're 1/12 scale, so they're 6-inch plus figures. Even if you don't collect, you gotta admit that these are phenomenal pieces of art. And I want to open them. Well, they're not going anywhere. They're in my collection, so let's get to opening. All right, let's go. All right, a little bit more box foreplay here. Let's take a look at the logo. Is great, trademarked. Get all those goodies. The window is great. You got this coffin looking cutout. A little bit of, it looks like it's breaking out of the box. Little description. You can pause it there if you want to read it. Okay. And let's do this. I want to try to preserve the integrity. That's the word I'm looking for, of the box. Oh, look at that, Ultimates. It's another cool logo. Looks like the design team went really crazy on this. It's just something for them to play in the sandbox of Super 7. Spooky. Spooky. Alright. There we go. Yeah, beautiful box. Nice, high quality. Yeah, that's tough. They make it so hard to want to get rid of boxes. But sometimes you gotta make room. Alright, so what we got going on here? Got some hands. Got an alternate head. I don't know where that Falcon goes. We got a glowy skull and some cloth goods. So I'm just gonna pop it out of the box and take a look at it right now. Okay, I adjusted my camera angle just a little bit, and it's pretty darn impressive. First of all, it's a weighty, solid feeling action figure. On top of that, the cape is wired, and you got some distress on there. So even if you don't want to display this guy, maybe repurpose the cape for another figure. It has a snap button that reveals even more cool things, like this little pimp medallion that he's got going on here. So he has kind of this a little bit of Viking and samurai influence, as you can see. I'm not going to go through all the articulation. I feel like you get the gist. It's a really high quality figure. You got 2 replacement heads. You got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 replacement hands. You got a really nice looking shield with a real handle, and you can see that there's rivets on there. This is also pretty weighty. Got a lance and a really nice sword. Usually these swords that you get, you know, the cheaper action figures, these will be just rubbery plastic. This is not. It's kind of I would be careful with it, like just have him constantly hold it somewhere low level, so if he falls, this doesn't snap. It's a little bendy, but at the same time I feel like this would easily snap. But it still feels high quality. No knock on them. Let's take a look at the kind of ghastly face, and then they get the broken horn, skeleton, battle damage. I think this would actually be a great Skeletor head. I don't know what this is for. I don't know if this is replacing anything. It's just a nice little ornament. And you can tell Super 7 has a sense of humor because he packed a lunch. He got a thermos and a lunch bag, and the thermos works. So pretty impressive. My mouth is on the floor. My jaw is on the floor. How cool this is. You got even like little eagle, or falcon I should say, ornament on his arm. Yeah, they spared no details on this guy, pardon my stuttering. And apparently he's an X-Men. Oh, the skulls on the knee pads. Yeah, this thing is spectacular. Lots of X's. So he could be a ghost from X past. It could be a Apocalypse, one of the 4 horsemen if you wanted. Oop, I gotta see what's going on with this ankle though. Not happy with that. Here he is with the battle damaged pose. Sword and shield. And then Vengeful Wraith. Full on Wraith. A couple of minor knocks that I have on this figure, and this is totally not even a big knock at all. It happens all the time. Is the head replacement is not perfect. I'm getting to the point where I feel like if I press too hard, I might snap it. It's a fine line between force and too much force for the peg itself. So the two that work really well, both these kind of normal heads replace okay. Much better than the full-on Wraith head, because I think it's because the divot is so far in. It just it's a little difficult, and I'm afraid to break it. And another minor knock is one replacement hand is pretty loose. I don't know if it's gonna do it. See what I'm saying? There. So yeah, just a minor issue. It's not gonna make or break the figure. I think it's a great deal for what I got it for, and it's beautiful. The weathering, there's weathering on it, and stuff like customizers would be happy just to get this figure the way it is what I'm saying. Ready to go. So yeah, awesome figure. All right, here we go. Grim Reaper, Robot Reaper. Let's crack this guy open. Oh yeah. Robot Reaper, Robotic Harbinger of Death. We got the Ultimates logo on there. I don't know really what that means. And of course, you guys can read that. Pause the video right now if you want to. Okay. Yeah, I want to keep these boxes as pristine as possible, just for my own satisfaction. It's not required for collecting, but I probably won't play with these as much. I'd probably just pose them, take a couple pictures, and put them on my shelf. So let's crack this guy open. Okay, Robot Reaper out of the box and free to roam. First of all, I'm getting the joke now. It's very subtle and very funny and poetic. So Robot Reaper, it's not necessarily the Grim Reaper for humans. It's for technology, because I don't even know if people watching this, a fraction of people know what a floppy disk is. I think that generation, my generation, is dying. So if you know what this is, congratulations, we made it to 2025. And this, I mean, come on. The buffering hourglass. This is amazing. I think it's worth it just for these little doohickeys. Look at this, a Game Boy. So some of the kids watching this probably don't even know what a Game Boy is, or have heard of it, never seen one. You get a little accessory. Reaper also comes with 2 scythes. So we got the normal scythe, and then a replacement hand scythe. On top of that, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra hands, 2 pointing hands, depending if your Grim Reaper is left-handed or right-handed, I guess. And 2 more hands, of course, on the body. So that's 9 total replacement hands. Pretty awesome. And then you got 2 replacement heads. one looking more like a robot skull without the creepy eyes, which is great. I like that. And one more like a Doctor Who-ish cyber man, or you know, something that would come from a sci-fi film. Yeah, I like this head a lot. Let's see. Again, I'm not going to go over articulation. It's highly articulated. I wish I had the courage to take the soft goods off, but it's so perfect on there. I don't know if I could tie it the way they did. But let's see how much of the robot we can see, just to give us an idea. Oh yeah. Very nice. They knew we were gonna look under the dress here and gave it some detail, although we kind of get a lack of detail up here. That leg's a little loose, that's fine. And I would say for you Marvel Legends collectors, if you wanted to, I think you could use the pretty boy head and kind of just place it on there. I know it's a different kind of barbell system on these guys, but I think the pretty boy upgrade would be really cool. There we go. Yeah, they spared no details. You can probably roll up its sleeves in a certain pose, and it's a beautiful figure. So that leg's a little loose, but big deal. All right, let's get them some alternate looks. I forgot they had the OG head that it comes with. Oh, there you go, look at that. It's a little floppy disk drive. Look at that, the little details that I wouldn't have seen. Does this fit? Oh, so close. Oh my God, are you serious right now? The disk drive actually goes into its head. Amazing. All right, Robot Reaper with the skull-like head and hand scythe. Alright, full scythe. I feel like you need to learn the mechanics of how an actual scythe works. It was kind of hard for me to understand how to pose it, but I think I got it. And finally, the cybernetic face holding the Game Boy, pointing at you, saying, "You're gonna go the way of the Game Boy. Your time is up." And we're done. Thanks, gang, for joining me on this unboxing, kind of the worst reveal. So yeah, we got the Black Falcon and the Robot Reaper, who comes after your dying technology. And I had a lot of fun looking at these. These are super high quality. If you can find them on sale like I did, I recommend it. They're worth every penny. I can't say enough how much I love these. But this is where the collecting it turns into a rabbit hole, because now I got Halloween themed. Now I'm thinking I don't have any Scooby-Doo characters that I can do a photo shoot with. So I don't know. I don't want to get sucked into that. I think it fit perfectly. You got the cartoony, and that's how Scooby-Doo actually worked, right? You got the cartoony heroes, and then the villains always look more realistic, which I thought was very subversive. They didn't really play that up, but like, the monsters look really scary because you want the monsters to be scary in real life too. And then you get the funny part, which is the cartoony people. All right, that's my Scooby-Doo rant for this second. Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks to the new subscribers. You guys are great, and keep motivating me. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this video, and as always, stay otakutive. Peace.